Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshadharmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tatanti Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishata Kinamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosude Taptaka Anjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Is my screen visible? Is it clear?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. So Sri Sri Radha Govinda Temple, ISKCON Mangalore welcomes you to understand Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. So let's try to get the glimpse of Bhagavad Gita. And we are following the teachings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So you would have heard, no, it was his 125th appearance day. Birth anniversary, just after Janmashtami, and then the government released that coin, 125 coin. So I mean, it is a real great step which he gave us a good. So all of you, please try to have this book, the copy. The soft copy also will be shared to you. So everything, each and every details of Bhagavad Gita will be given as you read it. Okay, so I request the co-host can unmute and read the translation one by one as I sing the Gita Mahatmya. So this is yesterday you would have had an introduction session. So this is the Gita Mahatmya by Atishankaracharya. Gita Shastramidam Punyam Yapade Prayata Puman Vishno Padavamapnoti Bhaya Shokati Varchita. Can someone read?
One
Yes,
who
Mats.
with a regulated mind recites with devotion the Bhagavad-Gita scripture, which is the bestower of all virtue, will attain to a holy abode such as Vaikuntha, the residence of Lord Vishnu, which is always free from the mundane qualities based on fear and lamentation. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so just if you recite this with devotion, this Bhagavad Gita scripture, then you can reach Vaikuntha. We get moksha, liberation. Gita-dhyayana shilasya pranayama parasya cha naiva santihi papani purva janma kritani cha. Yes, Prabhu, Murli Prabhu.
Yeah. If one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely and with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reactions of his past misdeeds will not act upon him.
Yeah, so we are suffering because of all the papa karma which we have done, the sinful activities. So what it is said is, if you could sincerely, with seriousness, try to understand Bhagavad Gita, then no karma, all the past misdeeds will not act upon you. Maline mojanam pumsa jalasnanam dine dine sagrit Gitamrita snanam samsara malanashanam. Aruni, are you there? Okay, there's a Prabhu who raised his hand. Sandeep Prabhu, yes.
Translation: one may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water, but if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganga water of Bhagavad Gita, from him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished.
Yes, so we take bath every day, with soap, water, shampoo and all. So that external cleanliness. But then inside, all the anarthas in us get cleansed when you drink the Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita came from the lotus mouth of Sri Krishna, right? Gita sukita kartavya kim manye shastra vistare ya swayam patmanabhasya mukha patmat vinisrita. Yes, Sitara Mataji.
Yes, ma'am. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present age, people are so absorbed in mundane activities that it is not possible for them to read all the Vedic literatures. But this is not necessary. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will suffice because it is the essence of all Vedic literature, and especially because it is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Thank you. Yes. So especially it is spoken by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So because of that, we don't have time, right? In Kali Yuga, we don't have time for anything. Reading all the scriptures and Vedas, not possible. So this one book, one essence, this read only one book. That's who is saying this? Shankaracharya is saying this. So it's not possible for us to read all the Vedic literatures and try to understand the essence. But this Bhagavad Gita is enough. This book with 700 verses, it's enough because it's spoken by the Supreme Lord. Bharatamrita sarvasvam Vishnu Vaktrad Vinisritam Gita Gandogatam Pitva Punarjanmana Vidyate. Harsha.
By drinking the Ganges water of the Gita, the divine quintessence of the Mahabharata emanating from the holy lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu, one will never take rebirth in the material world again. In other words, by devotionally reciting the Gita, the cycle of birth and death is terminated.
Yeah, so we can drink the Ganges water of Gita. Now what happens is we are thirst, we all are looking for something to be happy, right? All of us want to be really happy in life. So but we're not happy. Whatever we try, so much money we have, everything we try, but then we're not internally happy. That external happiness might be there, but then for some time, then again we are like, oh, back to all these depressions and all these are happening in life because of there were so many reasons. We have so many reasons, but why are we not able to take it up? Why are we are getting depressed and morose in life? Because we really don't know the actual essence of human life, what we are supposed to do. So this Bhagavad Gita will give the answers to all our questions, and it will remove the rebirth in us. We are suffering with birth again and death and birth and cycle, right? That moksha will be granted to us if we can understand Bhagavad Gita. Sarvopanishato gavo gotha gopalanandana partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdham gitamritam maram. Mahat Taru.
Yeah. All the Upanishads are like a cow, and the milker of the cow is Lord Sri Krishna, the son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf, the beautiful nectar of the Gita is the milk, and the fortunate devotees of fine theistic and intellect are the drinkers and enjoyers of that milk.
Yeah, so this Gita is also called Gita Upanishad. Okay, so we have 108 Upanishads, the 4 Vedas and all. So the 108 Upanishads, if we put together like a cow and you just milk it, so that's the essence, no? So this essence is Bhagavad Gita, Gita Upanishad. And who is milking it? Krishna. And who's drinking it like a calf? Arjuna. So through Arjuna, we are also drinking the nectar and enjoying the milk. And this is the last sloka. Ekam shastram devaki putra geetam eko devo devaki putra eva eko mantrastasya namani yani karma ekam tasya devasya seva. Bulbul. Babul Mohapatra. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu.
There need be only one holy scripture, the divine Gita sung by Lord Sri Krishna. Only one worshipable Lord Sri Krishna. Only one mantra. His holy names and only one duty, devotional service unto the supreme worshipable Lord Sri Krishna.
Yeah, so this one Shastra, Ekam Shastra, Devaki Putraki, the one Shastra is enough. You know, in Kali Yuga, this Shastra, one Shastra, if we try to learn and understand, that's enough. And that's what, who is saying this? Shankaracharya. So before understanding Bhagavad Gita, let's go through the author who translated it. Okay, meeting Srila Prabhupada. You would be knowing about him. He's the founder Acharya of ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So he was born in a Vaishnava family to Gaur Mohan De and Rajini. And, you know, from childhood itself, he had this devotional part in him. He was also for some, and then he met his spiritual master, very young age, 1922. He was just 26-year-old at that time, and it was his guru who said, why can't you preach the message of Bhagavad Gita to the English speaking language people or abroad, you know? And then Prabhupada was like, he was Abhay Charan at that time, and he didn't know what to do, and he started thinking about it seriously, and he made up his mind that this is my guru. And then he surrendered to him, and he became Abhay Charan Aravinda. And then he took up this mission. And in Radha Kund, Vrindavan, his guru told him, okay, if you get money, print books and spread the message of Bhagavad Gita abroad. That's how he took up this mission. And at the age of 70, he went to abroad, America. Just with 40 rupees and a couple of Bhagavatam set, he was determined. And he had just so much unflinching faith in Krishna, because he went to preach Bhagavad Gita. He went to make Krishna famous, not himself famous. And you would have known this magazine, Back to Godhead magazine, was started by him. And he reached US. He didn't know what to do, but then everything was magically happening. So Krishna was there to guide him. You know, when we are determined to do something for the Lord, he will sanction it. He'll see the intentions with what we are doing. Prabhupada, out of compassion, he went to America, spread the message of Bhagavad Gita, so that the suffering people, you know, they realize, oh, we are suffering, and then they go get eternal happiness. You can see how happy they are. You know, all of us need that eternal happiness. And this is in Thompson Square Park, where he arranged the Sankirtan first time for 3-4 hours, and people were dancing. They were kind of very depressed, and they were hippies in America. But it was Prabhupada who took them and elevated them, giving them the real taste of holy name and Bhagavad Gita. So we are taking the blessings of Shri Radha Govinda of ISKCON Mangalore. So this is a temple president, and it's his mercy that we are all here. So please visit our temple after the lockdown. So it is in Coconut Garden Road. So he is an IIT graduate from ISKCON Kanpur. So he have given us this opportunity to preach Bhagavad Gita. And he comes in a disciple succession. So Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON, his disciple is Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, and his disciple is Namanishtadas Prabhuji. So we get it from a parampara. We can't just grab Bhagavad Gita just like that. No, it should come in a parampara. And what does Bhagavad Gita actually mean? Bhagavad plus Gita. Okay. Bhagavad means Bhagavan, or the Lord. And Gita is the song. So it's actually a song which has to be sung. But then we don't know Sanskrit. We are just learning. And so we may not be able to sing it in that way. But then, yes, Bhagavad Gita is actually a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. A lot of questions have been cured. I mean, it's been answered. Actually, Arjuna knows everything. He's not just a normal person. He's an eternal associate of the Lord. But he is a representative. He's just representing for us. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,000 years ago. Now, when Dwapar Yuga was about to end and Kali Yuga was about to start. So this is a song of the Lord. So when we say that Lord speak to us, speak to me, or I want someone to speak to me, he is actually coming in form of Bhagavad Gita, but we are not opening it. You know, when you go to hostel, then you have your father writes a letter to you. You know, if you don't have mobiles and all those times, and if you don't open that letter and read, what will your father do? No, it's full of love and compassion, but we're not opening. Same way, Bhagavad Gita is given to us by the Lord long back, long years ago, but we are not utilizing it. We're not opening it and reading, or we never got a chance to read it or understand it. So we have everything we need to be happy, but we aren't happy. Now something is missing. Did you all feel that? Now, how many of you felt that? Can you raise your hand, digital hand? And my hand is up. I always felt like I'm missing something in life, right? You don't know what it is. All of you feel? Okay. I got a big list. Yes, no? Yeah, we feel like something is missing. I don't know what, but something. Okay, I'm happy. I have nice education. I mean, I have a job. I have a family. I have a house. I have everything. God didn't make me homeless, or I'm not. Okay, some people have relationship problems. Some have money problems. Some have so many problems are there. Problems are there for everyone in this world, right? But still, when we compare our life with some beggar's life, we at least have a house to stay, a roof to protect, and everything. No, we have food to eat and all that. So we are fortunate in that way. But something is missing. Like we aren't really happy. Now sometimes I feel like, okay, this happiness is there, but then after some time, I don't feel that happiness again. I feel like, no, something is missing. What is that? What is missing in my life? That is God. So we are missing God in our life, so we are not happy. No, so you have heard about the musk deer. You know that musk deer. So actually, that musk is producing from the deer itself, and he just keeps smelling the grasses. From where is this nice smell coming? He doesn't know that it's from inside. So actually, the Lord is present inside us, inside our heart as Paramatma. He's there. He's listening to you, but we are not realizing. We're not turning to Him. We think we are this body, we want external pleasures, and we just forgot Him. We are in illusion or Maya. But now we realize that, yes, I'm missing something. So we just want to be happy. Now, all of you just want to be happy. But what type of happiness do you want? Giving you a lot of money will make you happy. A lot of property will make you happy. A lot of gold and foodstuffs. No. Actual happiness comes from inside, within inside, which is eternal, which is permanent, right? Which is permanent. Nothing can destroy it. So Bhagavad Gita is like a life manual. Okay, so all of you would have had some washing machine, fridge, something at home, right? Some electronic device. So like, for example, this electric car. So this boy's father or boy should have a manual, na? He should know which button to press for what to start the car. Otherwise, it's going to spoil that whole car. The same way, this human form of life is given to us by the Lord. And if we don't use it properly, we are also misusing it. Because we are different from animals. I can't tell Bhagavad Gita to some animals and some cats and all and teach them. No, they can't understand. No, but why? What makes humans special? You can put in the chat. I like to be an interactive session. What makes human special when compared to animals? Why? Why is that? Yes, Samriti, you're right. Intellect. See, it's not the intellect. See, you've seen a cat drinking milk when you keep in the kitchen. Just comes just like that without anyone's knowledge. Just comes and drinks and goes. I mean, dolphins. Everyone are intelligent. Yeah, that's good answer, Sai. Yes. Good. Very nice class. I mean, very interactive. Good. Yes. So we have that higher intellect or higher consciousness to understand who am I? Why am I suffering in this world? Where should I go? Why good things are happening to bad people, or why bad things are happening to good people? That's what our main question is. No, why bad things? He's a good person. Why bad things are happening to him? Why is this karma coming to me? Or why I'm suffering? He's not suffering. He's enjoying. And what is all this? From where did I come, or where should I go? And what is all this about? Right? What is death? How can we face it? And all these questions can be asked only by a human being and inquire about the truth, the absolute truth. That's why it's important. So introducing Bhagavad Gita, it should have a spirit in which the Bhagavad Gita should be approached. It should not be seen just like a magazine or just read for time pass. No, the spirit should be like, oh, it's spoken by the Lord. Let me see what is in it. No, the curiosity should be there. And purpose of Bhagavad Gita, can I actually apply it in life? Let me see. And the subject matters which is spoken in Bhagavad Gita, the process of understanding Bhagavad Gita through the disciplic succession, and result of understanding Bhagavad Gita, oh, who am I? And everything. The Bhagavad Gita gives answers to all these questions and how to practically apply this Gita knowledge in our life. That's what very important. No, when we are in difficult situation, how can this Bhagavad Gita help you? In mind control techniques, everything is there in Bhagavad Gita. So you all know it's a part of this epic Mahabharata. You know what happened, right? Between Kauravas and Pandavas, there was war, and they didn't give the kingdom. I'm not going to the history of Mahabharata, but then yes, the war was about to happen, and that was the time when Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So it's actually a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. So first chapter, actually Krishna just listened to Arjuna, and then the second chapter, actually he starts advising, and Krishna became the chariot driver of Arjuna. Right? He's the supreme lord. He doesn't have to become a chariot driver. But then sometimes we do know, for our friends, we can take them for ride, and they might sit behind and enjoy, but he doesn't really become a driver for them. So that's friendship. They are friends, and Krishna decides to lead. But then he promised he'll never take a weapon. So why Bhagavad Gita as it is? This ISKCON Bhagavad Gita is called as it is. As it is. So what does it mean? As it is means exact what Krishna spoke 5,000 years ago to Arjuna, exacting as it is. Prabhupada is like a postman. So you give 1,000 rupees, like money order you send, okay, to your friend. So the postman, does the postman add 10 rupees to that? Or does the postman take 100 rupees from that? No, the postman has to give the exact 1,000 rupees to you. Then he's the actual postman. He is doing his duty in the right way. Or does he open the letter, add something, delete something? No. So that's a postman work is to deliver the message as it is. So this message of Bhagavad Gita is coming through an unbroken chain of disciplic succession. So what do you mean by this? Is, see, I can see a charger, right? You can see a charger here and a mobile is charging. So what if some break is there over here, some connection problem? The charging won't happen. So same way, if there is a break in the succession, in the parampara, then the message get lost. So there is no breakage in the lineage. So Bhagavad Gita as it is without any interpretation. So we are preaching this philosophy on the basis of Bhagavad Gita as it is, without any interpretation. This is cultural and educational movement to understand what we are, what is God, what is our relationship with Him, and how to act upon Him. So what we are. So this is the second chapter. In the second chapter, we learn more about who I am. So it's a systematic study, will take a year. This is just a first level of study for you. We have second level, third level, and fourth level. So do stay with us. It's all free course. So this is just 18 days overview, and we'll just see the flow of thoughts between Krishna and Arjuna. Okay. So it's making you prepare for a deeper study. So this is what I told now. You can see Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narad Muni, and then the parampara keeps coming in. The 32nd Acharya is Srila Prabhupada. For example, I have a ripened fruit, okay, in the tree. It's a big tree. If I want to taste that fruit, either I have to throw a stone at it, or just put something, do something and pluck it, or just make it fall. So, but if it falls on the ground, what happens to the ripe fruit? It's like very ripe mango, okay? There's no seed inside, no peel outside, and it just falls on the ground. What happens? It's gone, right? Lost. You can't eat it. So, but if you have a person on the top plucking the fruit, giving to the second person giving to you, you put it in the basket, you get fresh fruit. No, very yummy. So same way, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita should come in a parampara. That's why it's called as it is. So everyone is telling Srila Prabhupada, what did you do? You didn't do a great thing. You just copied the message as it is. And Prabhupada is like, yeah, I'm a servant. I'm not a big guru of the whole world. I'm a servant. I'm just serving the Lord by exactly telling you the message. So I have read so many Bhagavad Gitas, but nothing opened my eyes and feel like, oh, this is what. So Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is, when you start reading, you'll understand how it is different from other Gitas. Why? What's the proof? When Srila Prabhupada went to America, this Bhagavad Gita was like a sun. You can't hide the sun. How many torchlights you put in front of the sun, it's nothing. So same way, you can't hide it. So same way, this Bhagavad Gita is like as it is. It's the true Bhagavad Gita spoken by Krishna. We can't hide it. How did Prabhupada make disciples all over the world? How did he start 108 temples over the world? ISKCON have many disciples now, followers. Why are all following this? If it's something kind of fiction, we wouldn't have followed. But Prabhupada gives it as it is, because it makes us understand and realize the truth. And if something spills on the floor, you mop it, right? But what happens to the mop? It gets dirty. But then if you keep a dirty glass of water outside in the sun absorbs all the dirt and becomes clean water. But does the sun become dirty? So the same way Bhagavad Gita takes all anarthas from us, this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mata, matsarya. We have a lot of problems in us. Everything will be taken, but still Bhagavad Gita will remain as fresh as a sun. Okay, so we are all in darkness. When there is darkness, whenever there is sunrise, the whole darkness is gone. No, when there is sun, there is no darkness. It can't stay together. Same way when Bhagavad Gita or Lord is there in our life, then no Maya or illusion can touch you. Okay, problems will be there in life, but our attitude, our approach towards problems will be different. So the first chapter is observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So we have 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita. In that, maximum is spoken by Lord Krishna. Obviously, he is the speaker, and Arjuna is just asking questions, right? Dhritarashtra spoke only the first verse. He's just in the scene, Dhritarashtra was blind. He could not see what's happening in the battlefield. So he asked Sanjaya, and Sanjaya was dictating everything. Sanjaya, because he's the disciple of Vyasadeva, he could hear whatever is happening. And this is how the verse is divided. Okay, so we should have some faith in Bhagavad Gita. You should not feel like, oh, she's exaggerating things and she's saying something exaggerating. No, we should have faith in the scriptures. That's very important. Like a bird, a sparrow laid her eggs over the seashore. So what will happen? The waves will come and take off all her eggs and go, right? But then she was so determined that she's like, I'll get my eggs back. I'm so determined to do it. She started emptying the ocean with her small beak. But then Garuda came, who's the king of birds, and he is the carrier of Lord. So he came and he was like opening his mouth to empty the ocean, and he told the ocean to give the eggs back, and she got it. So what does it mean? She's determined and she had faith. So we have faith in all these subjects, right? All of you believed. How many of you believed? You can raise your hand. You believed in First World War, Second World War, French Revolution in your social class. You believed, right? Me too. And I used to yeah, this happened. We had so much faith in social. We had so much faith in history and all these things, right? But why don't we have faith in scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad, right? So that should be we should have that faith. Then only Bhagavad Gita can actually act on us. So observing the army. So, the battlefield, what happened? There are Kauravas and Pandavas, and then Krishna was there with Arjuna as a chariot driver, and now Arjuna is seeing who all have come. So it's observing, okay, armies in the battlefield. So in the first sloka, actually Dhritarashtra speaks, the first sloka. Yes, Aratrika?
Yes, Mataji. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samavetha yuyutsavaha mamakha pandavaschaiva kimakurvata Sanjaya.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the first sloka which Dhritarashtra is asking, what did my sons and Pandu's sons do in the battlefield? Okay, Sanjaya, because Dhritarashtra is blind, he can't see, right? So he's asking Dhritarashtra uvaja means he asked, Dhritarashtra asked what? Dharma kshetre kurukshetra, the battlefield, that Kurukshetra, that battlefield, it's called Dharma kshetra also because whoever is in the path of Dharma or truth will win. So it's a Dharma Kshetra and it's Kurukshetra again. Samaveda Yutsava. Okay, in that battlefield, what did Mamaka Pandavashiva, my sons, and Pandu's sons do, Sanjaya? What did they do? So is this question relevant? I don't know. Because, see, he's asking, after my sons and sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? They are in the battlefield. They are ready to fight. Now, why are Dhritarashtra is asking, what did they do? It's like you go to a cinema hall and someone asked you, why did you go to cinema hall? I mean, a theater. It's obvious that you go to watch a movie. You don't go for anything else, right? So watch a movie. But then this is also significant. But why? Because Dhritarashtra didn't want a compromise to happen. Pandavas and Kauravas are cousins, right? You fight with your cousins. And after some time, you're like, sorry. And then you are friends again. So same way, Dhritarashtra thought Pandavas and Kauravas will become friends again. And then he didn't want that compromise to happen. Second thing, it was a dharma kshetra. I mean, there was some kind of positive things happening there. So whoever goes there will have this influence of that place. So he thought Duryodhana and all those people will change their mind because they might have influence of that place. So all these were, so that means Dhritarashtra was not hoping for the war to end, or he didn't want us to compromise. He wanted the battle to happen because he wanted his sons to win. Actually, the kingdom belonged to the Pandavas, right? So he's supposed to give it back. Like, and he's separating his sons, like in Dharmakshetra, like a milk with water, it's mixed. His sons and Pandu sons were together. But as you put lime juice on the milk, what happens? The all these creams comes out. No, so he was separating Mamaga Pandavas Shaiva. When Pandu died, he's supposed to take care of the Pandavas, no, the 5 sons, his niece, he's supposed to take care. But then he didn't help them at all. So he's separating them. Mamaga Pandavas Shaiva. And after we separate, we make some sweet out of it. No, so there's no need to ask about it. So he is asking, what did they do in the battlefield? So then Sanjay hears this, and Sanjay says, Sanjay Uvaja, Drishtva tu Pandavani kam Vyudam Duryodhanastada Acharyam Upasankamya Raja Vajanam Abravit. Sanjay said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and spoke the following words. Okay, so can you put in the chat who's the teacher of Duryodhana? So after seeing this, so that means Duryodhana saw, okay, the Pandavas with the army, and then he went to his teacher. Yes. Who taught him actually Dronacharya. Very good. Bhishma is also the Acharya. Yes, he was also there, but actually he was trained by them. Okay, Dronacharya. So Dronacharya actually trained Pandavas and Kauravas, but since, when you are a government official, whichever the government changes, you have to be their servant, right? You are a government servant, you have to obey them. You can't just say, oh, I belong to that political party, or no, because you are a government servant. Whoever keeps changing, you are supposed to be the order carrier of that government. Same way, Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya is under the Dhritarashtra's kingdom, or he's the king, so they have to obey his order, right? Actually, inside they supports the Pandavas. Dronacharya's best student was Arjuna, you all know. So inside they were supporting Pandavas, but externally, just because it is the kingdom, the king's decision, they had to just support Duryodhana. So Duryodhana came running to Dronacharya, and he was so fearful. You can see his eyes, so much of fear. There are 101 Kauravas, right? Had a big army, but Pandavas were just 5, and still Duryodhana was scared. Why? Because see, sometimes you do some sin, and you have done something, so you will have your heartbeat increasing. You feel like, oh, I'll get caught anytime. Sometimes it happens. So same way, he know that I'm doing something wrong, but then just by seeing the Pandavas, he got so scared because Krishna was on their side and they were on the path of dharma. Pashyetam Panduputranam Acharyam Mahitam Chamum Vyudam Drupata Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. O my teacher, behold the great army of son of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. So actually, Duryodhana went and told Dronacharya, see how Drupada's, okay, you can see Drupada is the son of Drupada. So Drupada is actually Draupadi's father. Okay, so Drupada have one Draupadi and Drishtadumna. So son of Drupada is Drishtadumna, and he arranged, actually, he and Arjuna are like brother-in-law, right? So he arranged the Pandavas army, and then Duryodhana is like, see what happened? You have trained all of them, Dronacharya, you have trained all of them. Now they have become my enemies. And then Krishna blow the conch shell. Panchajanyam Hrishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya Poundram Dadamu Mahashankam Dima Karma Vrigodara. Lord Krishna blew Panchajanya and Arjuna blew Devadatta and Bhima blew Poundra. So note down all these. This might come as quiz questions. These are all some of the important questions. So So just by hearing those conch shells, sometimes when you go to temple, the conch shells are blown. It just indicates it's something auspicious happening. Sakoshodartha rashranam hridyani vyadarayat nabascha prithivim chaiva tumolo abhyunandana. Nandayan, the blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth, and it shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. So what happened? All the Kauravas were like, what to do? Because they just heard that, Panchajanya by Krishna and Devadatta by Arjuna, and everyone, all the Pandavas started blowing the conch shells. And after that, they went to the middle of the army. Senayorupayor madhye ratham stapaya mechyuta yavat etani rikshe aham yodo kaman avastitan kairmaya saha yodavyam asmin rana samudyame. So what happened? Now Arjuna said, "Oh, infallible one, Achyuta." So Krishna have so many names. One of the name given here is Achyuta, means one who does not fall. No Chuti, infallible one. Why that name? Because Krishna, even though became the chariot driver, he doesn't fall from the place of the Supreme Lord to the chariot driver. No, that's he have a permanent place. Please draw my chariot between the two armies, so that I may see those present here who decide to fight, with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms. Okay, so why Arjuna want to be in the middle? Okay, so here we are not going verse by verse, because if we can't finish it in 1 hour, so we are taking important verses. You can put your questions towards the end. But why? See, when you go to a film theater, where do you like to sit? In the middle, no? Not towards the end. Why? So same logic applies to Arjuna. Yeah, so you can see for the better view, right? Yes, so just observe it closely and in a better view. So same way, Arjuna want to see who all came to fight with me and who all have come to support me. So he want to see both. So that's why he told Krishna to drive the chariot in the middle. So Krishna drove the chariot in the middle of the army, and Arjuna was having difficulty in fighting. We'll see 5 reasons why Arjuna lamented, or Arjuna had difficulty in fighting the battle of Kurukshetra. He surrendered to Krishna, and subsequently Bhagavad Gita was spoken. Actually, Bhagavad Gita was spoken in 45 minutes. We'll see the details, okay? योत्स्यमानाम् अवेक्षे अहं या एते अत्र समागतः धार्तराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धेर् युद्धे प्रिया चिकीर्षिवा. Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. So many have come to support Duryodhana, right? So now Arjuna want to see. When what Arjuna saw Bhishma, Dronacharya, all of them came. Now let's see what happens to Arjuna. So this is how Krishna went, in that chariot, and then Arjuna saw all of them. Tatra pashyasti tan partha pitran ata pitamahan acharyan matulan bratran putran pautran sakim stata swasuran suhrudaschaiva senayor upayorapi. There Arjuna could see within the midst of the armies of both the parties, his father, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and all his father-in-laws and well-wishers. Fathers means in that forefathers, okay, all those people. You can see he could see everyone, all his relatives and everyone there. And how do you feel now when you go to fight, or when we don't go to fight and all? But then if something is happening, some kind of a rival, something, or a case or a court case, something happening, you see your relatives standing, or your best friends and everyone there. How do you feel? No, you don't, even though you are a great Kshatriya, or you're a best Kshatriya, still you don't feel like fighting. The compassion part comes. So same way happened to Arjuna. Vepatuscha sharire me romaharshascha jayate gandivam shramsate hastat tyakchaiva paridhyayate. So whole body started trembling, Arjuna's. His hair was standing on end. His bow Gandiva was slipping from his hand, and his skin was burning. So all these happened. Especially, so I work in a gynec hospital now. So what happened? We have a lot of kind of cesarean sections and hysterectomy and all that happening. So if So once what happened, one of the servers operating on one of his relatives. So actually he could not do it. He could not do it. Didn't happen here, but somewhere else. Actually, they can't, even though they're a great surgeon, they can't actually do it because that compassion, that feeling, that emotion comes, no, when you're actually operating on a person, knowing that he or she is your kith and kin, you feel that tensed or tension, because then because whatever profession you are in, still you're a human being and you have this emotion part in you. Sometimes you can't do it confidentially. Not saying about everyone, but still that emotion part comes. So same way Arjuna saw Dronacharya. Dronacharya taught him how to hold the bow and arrow and to actually fight. Now he's fighting against Dronacharya. He had to kill them. So Arjuna was like, started lamenting. But this is Krishna's arrangement. Do you think Arjuna really, just put yes or no in the chat, do you really think Arjuna is kind of a darpok or a coward person? You really think Arjuna would have no, right? He's strong and the bravest person. But why? Can someone unmute and say why? Sonia, why Arjuna was feeling this lamentation?
Because of compassion towards his relatives.
Yeah, but what was the real purpose behind this? If Arjuna would have just come and fought and gone, then what would have happened?
His entire ancestry and his history of his family would be gone, right? I mean, it's everybody.
Yeah, that will be correct. Yeah, that will be lost. Okay, that's a nice answer. Shri Kavya, Janvi. What will happen if Arjuna just comes and fight and go? As she told, yes, all the ancestors would be lost. What will happen to Bhagavad Gita? Will this Bhagavad Gita come up?
No.
No. Yeah, because Arjuna would have just come and fought and killed everyone, as she told, all the ancestors, and he'll get the kingdom and it's gone, done, end of the show, right? End of the story. But Krishna wants a chance to speak Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna's internal potency, that is Yoga Maya, covered Arjuna and made him feel lamentation, made him feel this, so that Krishna will get a chance to speak. So Krishna knows he is a best planner. Whatever happens, so what is the life lesson we learn from here? Whatever happens in your life, trust God. He has a plan for you. He has a plan for you. If you don't trust him now, later on, you realize when you turn back and see in your life, you feel like, oh, that day this happened to me because of this. Oh, so God had something better for me. But if you don't trust him that time, you lose hope and you feel like lost in life. No, but if you have trust, oh, I trust God. Whatever is happening in my life is because of my karma. I'm not blaming anyone. It's because of my past karma. It's coming. It's okay. But let me just go ahead and have trust in the Lord, have trust in his plan, because he has a better plan for you. We can't plan for us. Man proposes, God disposes, right? So he has a plan for you. If you trust him, then yes, life is going to be very easy for you. Just accept as we go with the flow. So Krishna has planned in such a way that Arjuna is lamenting so that he can speak Bhagavad Gita. And for whom? For all of us. No, Bhagavad Gita is actually for us. It's not just for Arjuna. Some people say Bhagavad Gita is just to Arjuna. No, why Krishna has to speak Bhagavad Gita just to Arjuna? He's just a representative. Now, when we want to learn something in life, we do some kind of a mock play or a role play. So they act as a role model, and then they do the play, so that the information is conveyed to us. Same way, Arjuna and Krishna is having a role play, and they are conveying the message of Bhagavad Gita to us. So you can see different reactions to the same scene. The battlefield. Who is this person? Kushbu Mataji. Who is this? Who's blind? Lakshmi?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, Kushbu. Who's that?
Will you please repeat it once again?
Who's this person? You can see here who's blind and all.
It's Dhritarashtra Mataji.
Dhritarashtra, yes. Yeah, and he's feeling what? He's feeling like doubtful, and he's like, will my sons win? What is going to happen in the battlefield, right? He's worried in that way. And who's Who's in the second picture? Who's in the middle now? Maitreyi, you know, who's in the middle? Who's this lamenting how to fight and all that? Bhuvaneshwari, Mataji.
It's Duryodhana, ma'am.
Duryodhana is this one, the third one. Second one, who's worried, just thinking that, oh, I have to fight.
Arjuna thinking about worried about it.
Yes, Arjuna, right? Okay, so Arjuna is worried, and Arjuna is also confused how to fight, and he is lamenting. And Duryodhana, obviously, he is also fearful. There are 5 reasons why Arjuna lamented. Okay, so this is the reason, 5 reasons why Arjuna lamented. This might come as a quiz question. So first is compassion. As that Mataji told, yes, he's feeling like, oh, how can I fight with my cousins, my teachers? So that compassion was there. There's no enjoyment. How can I enjoy if I kill my cousins and all the forefathers? How can I enjoy? If we want to enjoy, we should have our friends and relatives with us, you know. Then he was thinking, sin. Oh, it's such a sin to kill my own teacher, right? My Dronacharya, if I kill him, it's going to be a sin. Then family traditions will be lost, right? All the females will become widows, and there will be Varna Shankara, and there is indecision. Like, should I fight? Okay, I'm a Kshatriya, but should I actually fight or should I not fight? So these were the 5 reasons. Compassion. Now let's see in detail little bit. Arjuna Vaja Drishtvevam Swajanam Krishna Yuyutsam Samupastitam Siddhanti Mama Gatrani Mukam Cha Parishusyati. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth is drying up. So this is compassion. You feel, you see some beggar who have not had food for so many days, you feel so much compassion in you, and you just give some money or food to that person, no? So that compassion is there in every one of us, no? That compassion Arjuna felt, and he was not ready to fight. Next is no enjoyment. Nacha shreyo nanu pashyami hatva swajanam ahave nakangshe vijayam Krishna nacha rajyam sukhani cha. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle. Nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. How will I be happy? Okay, if I kill everyone, I get the kingdom. But can I be really happy killing all of them? No, Krishna, no enjoyment. No, you enjoy, you celebrate something with your friends and family. But if they are not there, how can you enjoy? So that was next concern of Arjuna. Then sin. Papam evashrayed asman hatvaitan adahtaina tasman narahvayam hantum dartarashran sabhandavan swajanam hi katam hatva sukhina shyama madhava. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of goddess of fortune? How could we be happy by killing our own kinsman? So Madhava means what? The husband of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. So goddess of fortune will give good luck to you, no? Now Krishna is saying to do something which is bad luck for Krishna, for Arjuna. So he's asking, why do you want me to do all these? I'll get sin. Then family traditions will be lost. Adharma bhibavat Krishna pradyushanti kulastriyaha strishu dushta suvarshneya jayate varna shankaraha. When religion is problem in the family, oh Krishna, the women of the family become polluted, and from the degradation of womanhood, oh descendant of Vrishni, comes unwanted progeny. So you can see in the battlefield, no children or women came, or no old people, only the man in that family. So if he is killed, the whole family becomes homeless, and then there is degradation. No, so there is degradation of the family. So this is from the second query. The last query is from the second chapter actually. Na chaitat vipmaha kadaranno kariyo yatva jayema yadivano jayeyu yani vahatva na jijivim samas te avastita pramukita rashtra. Nor do we know which is better. So indecision. Now Arjuna is like, should I really fight or not? Conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. Now what should I do, Krishna? Should I actually fight or not? So these were the 5 reasons Why? Arjuna lamented. Compassion, no enjoyment, family traditions will be lost, sin and indecision. Now Sanjaya says, Sanjaya uvaja evam yukvarjuna sankirtopasta upavisad vishrujya sasaram chapam shoga samvigna manasa. Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. So he is full of grief. Now Krishna starts to speak. So as you know, at the end of Bhagavad Gita is the Mahabharata war, actually Arjuna wins, right? The first chapter itself speaks about the reasons why Arjuna won. So there were 9 reasons why Arjuna won. It was Dharma Kshetra. No, whoever, it had a history, the Dharma Kshetra had a history. So whoever is going to be on the Dharma side is going to win. So it was Dharma Kshetra. Then divine chariot. The chariot in which Arjuna and Krishna were sitting was given by Agni Dev. Okay, fire god. So Agni Dev gave that chariot and it's so powerful. Kapitaja, can you see the flag over the chariot? Which is that symbol on the flag? You put in the chat. Compassion, sin, indecision, family traditions, and no enjoyment. That was the reason. Okay, Hanuman, yes. So Hanuman, so you know, when Lord Ram was fighting against Ravan, it was Hanuman who helped. The Hanuman symbol was there in the flag, which also was a victory symbol. Okay, victory symbol for Arjuna. And then there was Shankarnada. So you know the conch shells? Anyone remember the conch shell name of Krishna and Arjuna? You can raise your hand if you know. Ah, yes, that is Krishna's Shankh. And what about Arjuna's? Yes, Saumil.
Devadatta.
Ha, Devadatta is Arjuna's. And what about Krishna's? Rohan Chakrabarti. Ha.
Panchajanya.
Ha, Panchajanya, very good. So Panchajanya, Hrishikesha, Devadatta, Dhananjaya. Okay, Panchajanya was the conch shell of Krishna and Devadatta of Arjuna. Good. Okay, and what about Gandiva, the bow? Okay, the bow was given by Varun Dev. That is also a strong bow. Tyakta Jivata, there were many people who's ready to give their life for Arjuna. Actually, it was there in Duryodhana's side also, but it was also there in Arjuna's side. And it was an Ekadashi day, Mokshada Ekadashi. You would have heard about Ekadashi. It's very dear to Lord. So Pandavas were taking this Ekadashi fasting, and that also helped them. And wherever the husband is, the wife follows. So Bhagyalakshmi was with them. And last, the least, not but the least, I mean, the real reason was Hrishikesha. Lord is called Hrishikesha because he's the master of senses. So he was there. Hrishikesha was with Arjuna. These were the 9 reasons. Okay, Dharma Kshetra, divine chariot, Kapitvacha the flag, Shankarnada conch shell, Gandiva the bow, Tyakta Jivita, Mokshada Ekadashi, Bhagyalakshmi, and Hrishikesha. So these 2 questions I'll ask tomorrow. Okay, what are the 5 reasons why Arjuna lamented? What are the 9 reasons why he won? So you can see here So we have 700 slokas in Bhagavad Gita. It is 18 chapters, and first 6 chapters you have Karma Yoga, middle 6 chapters is Bhakti Yoga, last 6 chapters is Jnana Yoga. So what is the essence in a sandwich? The middle, right? So Bhakti Yoga is the essence, and Krishna has kept it secretly. We'll tell you why later on. So there are 5 subject matters in Bhagavad Gita: the Lord, who's the Lord, who's he, and all that. Then living entity, who are we, jivas, and are we really this body or something else? And nature, the material nature, the 3 modes of material nature: time or kala, and activity or karma. So Bhagavad Gita covers about these 5 subject matters: Ishvara, the Lord; Jiva, the living entity; Prakriti or nature; Kala, the time; and karma. So the takeaway message will be: do not worry, have faith in God. Because now Arjuna is lamenting. But in the 2nd chapter, Krishna starts giving the message. So don't miss it. 2nd chapter is going to be really important because it speaks about who we really are. If you could understand the second chapter clearly, then nobody will be worried about so-called death in life, because you will be prepared to face it. Because Krishna has given so much of advice in the second chapter about and that. Okay, so which someone have joined to show the about the quiz, right? Sarita Mataji, is that you? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so I need to make you co-host. Okay, so we'll just quickly see how to take the quiz, and Mataji will be explaining. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Yes, Mataji, can you just do it in?
Yeah, okay, Mataji.
So all of you, please listen carefully when you do the quiz.
Hare Krishna, devotees. So I'll be just showing you a small demo on how to take the quiz. So first, for this, you need to go to our website. That is so www.iskonmangaluru.com. Mataji, my voice is audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is our website. So you have to go to the courses, and under courses, you can see quiz. So click on that, and you have different language options. So we'll be selecting English. So first time you will have to enroll. This is only for first time. So give your email ID. Sorry, this is I'm logging in. You have to register first. So give a user name, but please make sure you remember that. So this is only the first time you're going to register. From next time, after first chapter, you will only have to use this login option here. So register. So you get a message. So now there's a link sent to your email. So you have to go to your email. So please check in the spam also. So it goes to spam sometimes. So you have the mail here. And now copy this. You need to set a password. To set a password, visit the following address, it says. So just copy this link. And copy in a new browser. Okay, give something medium and then save. So now it is set, password is set. Now we have to log in. Okay, just give the ID here. And your password. Login. So you're on this page. So first what you have to do is go to my account. This is very important because the certificate will be generated on this name, whatever you give here. So you can see here when you go to my account, you have here edit profile. So click on that. So go to account details and here you can give the first name. So how you want the your name to be appeared on the certificate. So please give there. Then save the changes. So now we go to the quiz. So view the courses. So I have taken the English quiz. So understand Gita in 18 days. Click on that. So this is the, you have the quiz for all chapters. This will be available once the chapter is done. So now after your class is done, you can take the chapter 1. So you have the materials here like FAQs. So here, chapter 1, click on that. Click start quiz. So you have to select the right answer. So now randomly I select something, okay? Because you have to give the quiz later. So it shows you whether the answer is right or not. So this is says correct. And also there is an explanation what Acharya has given in the Bhagavad-Gita in the purport. So there is a detailed explanation. Please go through that. For each question, right or wrong, there is a feedback, like on the right questions. Like I just select something. So this is incorrect. So just go on completing. I just give something and you have the material, you will get all the material to your WhatsApp groups. Please read it before trying to attempt the quiz because 80% you need to get in order to get the certificate. In all the chapters, you have to get 80%. I'm just something, I take all the wrong. You can see for every answer there is a feedback. So you have totally 10 questions. So I have completed. So my marks is only 2 out of 10. So sorry, you have failed the quiz. Review the material before taking the quiz again all the way. So, so what you have to do, if you are getting less marks, then please go through the material again and read the Bhagavad-Gita book also with the purport and then go to the retake quiz. You have a retake you can take again. So you can again start over again. So this is the procedure. This is very simple and you have to take for all 18 chapters. And this is from laptop I am showing. So in mobile, sometimes I'll just show you. So there is some, when you open the website in mobile, so it comes like this, and you can see these 3 dots in your mobile, like on the address bar. Next to the address bar, you can see these 3 dots, and when you click on that, so you can see this. Here you have to select, there is a option called desktop site. So please click here, select this one, okay? So, and then take the quiz. So this is the setting you have to do. Hope you understood. Again, I will show you. So first you go to the website in mobile when you open. So here you can see the 3 dots next to the address bar. And then when you click on that, this opens up, and here there is option called desktop site. So please select here. I have not selected here, but you have just to click on that, and then you can go ahead and take the quiz. So this is the thing, and when you complete it, so you will be getting like this. So you have completed the test. So it will have like you have earned the certificate, and there is an option called download certificate. And certificate will look something like this. So this is the name. So this is your name will come here. So every time you have to only go to your my account. So you need not go anywhere else in the website. You just have to go to your my account, and whatever you have taken, it will show here under this. Here it will come, and your certificate also will be coming here only, this place. Hope this is you have understood this. Mataji, that's it.
Yes, Mataji, thank you. So can you post the that's ISKCON Mangalore website only, no, Mataji?
Yes, yes, Mataji. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, everyone are asking for that.
Yeah,
so it is.
And Mataji, there is this one also, like how to, that procedure also is there. I will share it to you. Okay. Maybe how to do that quiz, and we have that. Okay. If they want to see, they can check that.
Okay, that video, no, how to do it.
Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Yeah, okay, we can share it in the group so that. So all of you, please visit this website, iskonmangaluru.com, and then you can create your course and take it up. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so can you stop sharing the screen?
Yeah.
And Kartika Mataji, are you there? We can just have a short video and then come back for questions.